So, it's come that time to clean your tarantula's cage. First thing you're going to want to do is make sure you got everything. Got all your soils and ferns and vermiculite. You want a water squirt bottle, a towel of some kind. Definitely want a garbage bag. And I would suggest having an extra cage or just a small container handy for your tarantula. She is already in here. If you can see her in there. Now I've already moved all of her items from her cage, which is currently over here. It is virtually empty. All of her items over here for her cage. Water dish, little coconut hut, and her 2 pieces of wood. She also has this little foam backing for the back of her cage. I keep it in there just simply because she likes to climb on it. I would also suggest you have a spoon. Plastic spoon's really better, but now, as you can see, I've already removed all the dirt from her cage. You get a fair amount. This is a small kitchen bag, and it's got about that much dirt in it. The reason you'll need the spoon for is the wet soil gets stuck on the bottom of this, so you're going to need the spoon to scrape it off the bottom of the cage, which has already been done. But as you can see, there's still soil left on the bottom. This is what we need water. Basically, it appears I have a noisy kitty. You just basically want to squirt it down. After that, you want to go let it just soak in some water for a bit to get all the extra dirt off. Dump it out. Now that you've rinsed out all the major amounts of dirt that was left in the cage, it should look something like that. Now it's not clean yet, as there's still dirt inside, which is why you want to mist it down so you can wipe off all the extra dirt. You also want to spray the outside of the container, just in case I got anything around the outside. I suggest just misting it. Don't spray it heavily. Now, if you really use the towel, since there's still a decent amount of dirt, you can't really see it, but I'm going to use a paper towel to get the rust out. just want to wipe it down. Start with the walls first, because the bottom will gather up a lot of water. And the bottom of the inside of the cage is the last thing you want to do. You want to try to get as much dirt as possible out. You might not get it all, but try to. Alright. Whatever's left at the bottom. Alright. Give it a little bit more. A little bit more dirt on the bottom, so. Alright. Once you're completely done, it should look all cleared out. Now, it's time to add the soil. You want to start with your potting soil? Cat's getting nosy. Chances are you're going to use up the whole bag. Put a bit down, so it's about halfway up to where you want it. On this one, we're going to want it up to here, just where the little black part is. It's about halfway there right now. And you want to add a little bit of vermiculite. You don't want to add a ton though, just enough. Now if you do buy these bags of vermiculite, they're a pain in the butt to close. I'll be with you later. And then add a bit of your tree fern. Now the tree fern isn't really necessary, but it's helpful, I find. I don't like to put a lot in though. That should be good enough. Just gives it a little bit of texture, and for some reason, My girl likes to push the little sticky pieces around. And they're just little tiny stick pieces. For some reason, she likes to push them around. Now you want to mix it all up. This is why I don't bother wearing any gloves or ring sets or anything like that. And you want to get it completely mixed up. Don't bother getting a manicure before doing this. Level it out, see how much you've got. There's not enough in mine, so we add more tree soil. More potting soil. And then I like to add a top layer of the soil. Big, empty. You want to push everything flat. Make sure you're not covering the vents. And then we start to putting everything in. Water dish. Apparently my Furby wanted to wake up. So in here we have our little cage over to the side. Three pieces. Now with the sticks you're putting in, you want to make sure there's no sharp edges. If they are, you want to sand them down so that they're not sharp. You're being annoying. Then we have her little coconut hat, which apparently the stick wants to be in the way of. Okay. The last thing we need to do is put in all your hydrometers and thermometers. Now if you've got them in a group, they're going to be pretty tangled. Oh my god. Okay, more than pretty tangled, excessively tangled. Okay. Right. Ones I have are all work on suction cups. And then these little holes in the top here where you can put cords through. Put the sensor on the inside. Now if you are doing these in, which you should be, do not put them on the same side as you have your heating mat on. For some reason these suction cups don't want to suck. Okay. Okay. And this is the other one I have. This one is a hydrometer and a thermometer. don't you want to stick? Apparently nothing wants to stick. So once you've got them all basically on, you need to put your lid back on. Apparently it decided it wanted to get shut down. And the cage is all set. Now, you can put your tarantula back in her cage. Or his cage if you have a male. Oh my. We need lots of webs. Come here. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Come on, girlie. And there we go. Now that your tarantulas back in the cage, you can put your cage back wherever it belongs. And you're done.